Hello everyone and good evening and welcome back again to TCR, Trinity Competitive Racing. We are back with you guys once again tonight for the Platinum Class race of Season 12 for Round 5. And of course, back again at the Monaco Grand Prix at the Circuit de Monaco Monte Carlo in the Principality of Monaco. It is, of course, the most renowned of Formula One track. It is so famous, it is so dangerous, and it's so difficult to get around here. So welcome everybody to what is going to be a very exciting show here. Absolutely, I am sure of that because we have our Platinum Class drivers, as I mentioned, and we also have full qualifying here tonight. So welcome to Q1. We will have full Q1, Q2, Q3 session, and then we will resume into a 50% race as we normally do. In the booth with you guys tonight is myself, Flynn Machine, and also joining me for another commentary in the Platinum Class this season is Perry the Dog. How are you tonight? Oh, I'm not sure if Perry is there. Perry, can you hear us? Alright, I guess we might be having a little bit of a technical difficulty there. We're not hearing Perry the Dog on the stream, but in the meantime, we've had quite a quick lap here from Bats Plus, a 1:13.1, which was now beaten by Passassin, who's currently leading this championship in the Platinum Class in Season 12. He has put on a 1:10.0 on those soft tires. Let's see who else is out there on a quick lap. I think Deathwish Tricky is on a cool down lap. Landon doesn't look to be pushing too much, but we'll go on board with him as he goes into the Novell chicane. Yeah, I definitely think he is not pushing on the lap right now. Is F-Trunk pushing? He does look like he's pushing a little bit too much, and he almost goes into the wall on the exit of Raskas. That would have been very, very dangerous for him. Could have been an invalidated or could have been a crash, and that would have been the end of his qualifying here tonight. You don't want to get out here in Q1. You don't want to push everything you've got. You might want to save a little bit of that pace and just put in a good banker lap to get you into Q2 and there beyond, hopefully. Doesn't look like anybody is going for the mediums in this session, of course, but maybe we might see a couple of guys try to sneak into Q3 in Q2 on a medium tire. We'll see if that's going to happen, but in the meantime, everyone is in the pits except for Bats Plus, F-Trunk, and Passassin, who have set their laps. Bats now pulls into the pits as well, so I'm sure that F-Trunk is probably going to abort this one and go in again because he's not really going very quickly right now. So 15 drivers on the grid, and every single one of them except for F-Trunk is in the pits here in Q1 with 12 minutes to go. Of course, we've got plenty of time, so get ready for the rest of it here. Oh, there we go. 007 pulls out onto the track, and let's see if we can hear from Perry once again. Perry, can you hear us at all? And that is going to be a no. So, I might be doing this stream here tonight by myself. I wasn't expecting that, but I'm ready for it. Let's do it. Hopefully, we'll be able to hear from Perry. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he'll be able to rejoin. I didn't see him leave the session or anything else like that, but he did mention to me in the pre-race sort of preparations that he was having some trouble with his internet connection tonight. So I'm really hoping we might be able to hear from him again tonight, but we will see what happens. But in the meantime, back to Q1 here tonight for Monaco for round 5 of season 12. And it's a very, very tight battle going into this race right now, especially, you know, right in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th positions. Those guys are within a point of each other. There's a couple of guys tied for 4th, which is Bambuki and Chatty Duck. We have Breezy in P6 with 33 points. And we have 007 in 3rd place with 38 points. Sequit in 2nd place with 40 points, to his name. But I don't see him on the board here tonight. We did hear that a couple of drivers might be late to joining the session. So because we do have a longer session, they might be able to get into the race, or they will be able to get into the race. But they are going to be starting right at the back of the grid at Monaco, which is a place where you can't really overtake much. So that's going to be interesting to watch. In the meantime, 007 Purple through Sector 1. And he now gets his way through Portier into the famous tunnel of Monaco as he goes right under there and pops out on the other end into the Novelle chicane. Oh, very close on the wall on the entry. Also very close on the wall on the exit of the corner as well as he goes through to back and he smashes into the outside wall on the right-hand side. So that is going to hurt his front wing. It's going to hurt his time. He's going to have to abort this one at the moment. All right, let's switch over to Chatty Duck, the teammate of 007, as he comes into pretty much the same section. We've got other cars all over the place there. An Aston Martin and a Ferrari both pulling over at a very interesting moment there. And looks like Perry has now rejoined the session. Perry, can you hear us on the chat? Oh, as Chatty Duck loses his front wing on the exit of the swimming pool chicane. So we've already got a bunch of carnage going on here. Oh, there we go. I just got the message that Perry has now joined the voice chat. Can you hear us?
Hey, how's it going, Glenn? Yeah, hopefully I've got everything figured out.
Awesome, man. It's really nice to hear from you. Welcome to Monaco. There's already carnage going on everywhere, so get ready. But in the meantime, I just wanted to mention that SCR Landon just jumped over to P2 with a 1:11.8. And Perry, if you can just turn up your mic sensitivity a couple of notches so we can hear you a bit better.
Alright, yeah, we'll do.
All right, perfect. Well, in the meantime, watching also as SCR Landon just put a purple Sector 1. So Landon is really pushing right now. He's got a brand new set of soft tires, but this is only Q1. We still got 8.5 minutes to go. So a long way for all of these drivers. Perry, tell us about this track. What do you think is the most challenging thing about Monaco?
Well, I think the toughest part about this track is just, keeping it off the walls. I mean, on this game, it's very easy to just lock up and make a mistake. So I think that's one thing you're definitely going to try to do and just keep it off the walls, which I haven't seen much of the session, but obviously they might be having some troubles with that.
Yeah, we've had a couple of people lose their front wings. Passassin's still holding on to the pole position, but SCR Landon improves there a little bit, and he jumps into P2 with a 1:11.4 now instead of the 1:11.6 that he had earlier. But the times right now aren't very quick. We do have a few drivers out on track. We have a bunch of drivers that have not set any time yet. 007 crashed into the wall into back. And then Chatty Duck, unfortunately, had his own spin, his teammate, right on the exit of turn 16 in the swimming pool chicane. So lots of action going on here in Q1. We've still got lots of time to go as well. And I'm very excited to see who's going to top the leaderboard here. Because we only have 15 drivers in Q1, I think there's not going to be anyone eliminated, really.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit odd in that it's just kind of an extra test section for everybody, to get, set a lap time, get used to the tires, get used to what the track feels like. So, I mean, that's might be the reason why we're seeing some mistakes, is people are just trying to see where the limit is on this track and not worry about starting position, as they've already got, obviously they DNF, they can't go back out, but they'd like to see, a rough time of what they can do for the second session.
And a big shout out to everybody watching the stream right now. Thank you guys so much for joining us once again, and leave us a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave us some more comments coming in as well. I see that Dreamsy said it's Perry the Ghost instead of Perry the Dog. Yes, we had to wait for Perry to show up, but as I mentioned, he had some internet connection issues. Hopefully it's gonna stick, and we'll hear more from him. But I thought that was a pretty good pun there.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty good, for getting early on. Got to get some life, get some fun into the stream. So, got any other puns my way? Feel free to just toss them out there. Got not much ego to speak of, so it's fine. Yeah.
There we go. All right. 007 on his second attempt now. He's going to be crossing the line here in just a moment. And that's good enough for P2 with a 110.4. But in the meantime, Passassin has improved his time to a 109.2. And that's 5 minutes to go in Q1. It's looking pretty good for the times so far. And then we've got everybody else in the 111s there. Chatty Duck, the teammate of 007, also improving on the second run around here, 110.7, and that is not bad.
No, it's not. I think a few drivers would be a little conservative here, looking at the times on the chart. But nevertheless, Passassin 109.2 is probably about where you'd like to see most of these guys. Obviously, Monaco is a difficult track this year to learn and get comfortable with. So, again, these guys treating it like a test session. No need to go all out at the moment.
Yeah, so Passassin leading Q1, leading the championship at the moment with 59 points to his name. Sequid in second with 40. We've got 007 in third place with 38 points. Bamboo and Chatty tied at fourth place at 34 points. And Breezy with 33. KGB Black Angel with 26 and 7th. So we've got a couple of drivers here tonight that can possibly bounce up a few positions. Of course, Passassin. Oh, Passassin retires from the session. What happened to Passassin? I can't see anything out on track.
I think he retired in the pits.
All right, okay. Because I was going to say, if he crashed somewhere, that would be devastating for his qualifying here tonight, and then obviously for his race, because that is not going to put him in a good position for Q2 or Q3 or anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Again, I think he's just retiring, thinking he'll move on to the next session, so that's, I'm sure, what he was going for there. It is a little bit disappointing we don't have more than 15. I mean, kind of signed up to do comms, and with my internet being what it is at the moment, I don't think it would be smart to me to jump into this race, but it would have been cool to see at least one person potentially have to race their way into Q2.
Yeah, that would be quite interesting, just to add to that sort of excitement of somebody being eliminated, I guess, in Q1. But instead, we just get to watch these guys rip around here, put in some good times. Cameron and Peyton decided they're not even going to try to put in any sort of times. Cameron's already retired. Peyton, I haven't seen him on track. Oh, he is on track right now. He's trying to set a time, and he's just invalidated through the Novell chicane. So yeah, we are running the strict rules here tonight, and I think it's affecting a couple of drivers, catching them off guard. But either way, as we mentioned, they're all going to proceed into Q2, and that's when it's going to start getting interesting, because when we're done with Q2, there's only going to be 10 people left that will proceed on. But in the meantime, KGB Black Angel coming into the to the hairpin right now. He just set a purple sector 1, making his way through now Mirabeau and Portier. Pretty nice and smooth through there. You can really hear the cars struggling. I've noticed that the Golden and Platinum guys, they like to leave the cars in higher gears, whereas myself and the other drivers in Silver, we try to sort of maybe over-rev the engine a little bit. I guess it's because of the traction control being turned off for these guys and no line and nothing else enabled. That is very, very difficult. And HB Black Angel jumping over the exit of the swimming pool chicane. Sector 2 was also a purple. Let's see if he can go to pole position here right now. Opens up the DRS, runs down to the line. It's only good enough for P3 with a 110.3, so must have lost some time in the third sector.
Yeah, I mean, that's still a very good lap for this early in the session. P-Dog just invalidated through the swimming pool, but was on point to have a pretty competitive lap. Obviously, he'll just try to restart another one and continue to get some more laps in. But yeah, it is very difficult, you know, with the racing line off, some of these guys new to this Platinum tier, and trying to find a balance of where can I push versus where is too far. And that line is extremely delicate, and you're always tiptoeing that line in Monaco.
Alright, so looking at the grid right now, I think, Bats Plus there runs over the curb and he's invalidated as well. But other than that, I don't really see too many drivers doing laps. So here goes FYKV. into turn 1. Saint Devote gets that one nice and tight up the hill of Beau Rivage and into Massenet. Very nicely done through there as he comes through Casino. That's a very dangerous one, very easy to bury it into the wall. And now into Mirabeau and into the hairpin. Let's see if he can keep this together. Looking like a pretty good time so far. He's making it look nice and smooth all around the track, almost brushing the wall on the exit of the second part of Mirabeau and Portier. And it looks like we've lost connection to Perry once again, unfortunately. That's okay. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in. FYKV now through the Novelle chicane. Very, very close on the exit on the left-hand side as he now makes it through to back and into the swimming pool chicane. Only one more corner to go, really. Oh my goodness, there the back wants to step out as he almost touches the wall in Portier, and he's going to board this particular lap. And sorry, that was Raskas, not Portier, but yeah, not a very good one there from FYKV, and that is going to be the end of the session with Passassin in first with a 109.2, the only one into the 109s. Then we have Breezy in second with a 110.1. Breezy missed a couple of races. He's back at it again, so nice to see him up on the board there. KGB Black Angel, 110.3 in third place. In fourth, 007, 110.4. Stanley in fifth with a 110.7, and Chatty Duck very close behind, only 0.06 of a second separating those two drivers. But everybody's back into the pits, and this Q1 session is now over. Let's get ready for Q2. Alright, so let's run through that one. In Q1, it's Passassin in first, Breezy in second, KGB Black Angel in third, 007 in fourth place, Stanley in fifth, Chatty Duck in sixth, Bamboo in seventh, and into the 111s, getting down the grid now, Deathwish Tricky in eighth, SCR Landon in ninth, FYKV in 10th, Bats Plus in 11th, we have Ed Trunk in 12th, Peyton in 14th for some reason. We skipped 13, and then Ecos Cameron in 15th place. But since we only have the 15 drivers starting here tonight, as we mentioned, all of them will be moving into Q2. All right, couple of questions that I see in the chat coming in now. Dreamsy asking, is ghosting on for Platinum as well for Monaco? I am not 100% sure on that, to be completely honest with you. I think it might be. I think we've decided to run it on street circuits, but then again, we did run it off in the last couple of seasons. We did have ghosting on in silver and golden class, so I think most chances are that Platinum will have it on as well. Where is Claudio asking Douglas? I'm not sure, Douglas. I think there's a couple of drivers that weren't able to join in qualifying or before qualifying started, so they might be joining us in the race itself. And then Steven Jones asking us ghosting. Oh yeah, he's actually letting us know that ghosting is on though. So thanks, Jones. Also letting you guys know that unfortunately Perry has had a internet disconnection once again, so it sounds like he will not be joining us from here on until the rest of the race. So you will have to bear with me and my voice only, unfortunately. So bear with me, guys. We're waiting for Cameron here to ready up so we can move on to Q2. All right, I really hope that Cameron can ready up here, because otherwise we might have to restart, and that is going to be very annoying because we won't be able to restart in Q2 anymore in the second session of qualifying. There's no option to do that. So, yeah, very interesting situation right now. Bear with us, guys. Looks like a few people are having some connection issues tonight. I'm not sure if there's any weather or storms running through North America right now. Let me know if that might be the cause anywhere around the country. I know we've had some really heavy rains for the last couple of nights. My karting race actually got canceled yesterday, which is why I was able to make it to the Golden Class race and commentate with Seafreeze. But yeah, if we normally race rain or shine, but yesterday we had just way too much water standing on the track, so they canceled our race. I'm not sure if there's any other places in the US or Canada right now that are affected, because I know that most of our drivers are from the US and North America. Bamboo is from France. We have a Pradis and Chatty Dog that are from Canada. FYKV, his flag says Finland. And there we go. Looks like Cameron fixed up his connection. And we are into the second session of qualifying now. All right, perfect. So now, the interesting thing to watch out for in Q2 is going to be the tire strategy. Looks like Bats Plus, Breezy, Passassin, they're thinking about it. They're playing around with their tire compounds. They're thinking about trying out that medium compound. So for those of you that might be new to Formula One or don't exactly know how this works, you know, if you're using a tire in Q2 and you set the fastest lap on that tire, that's going to be the tire that you're going to have to start the race on. Now, obviously, in Monaco, overtaking is very difficult. A one-stop strategy is more than possible. It's been shown to us over this week in both other classes as well. So the main thing that you want to do is possibly, you know, qualify well in Q3 on a free set of soft tires that you're going to get. And in the meantime, start the race on this medium tire and take it long into the race, do a one-stop, switch over to a soft tire, pull out a nice gap in the meantime while everybody else on the softs have to pit and end up in traffic, and you might end up in the prime position to win the race pretty much at that point, because you're going to be the fastest on your brand new set of soft tires towards the end of the race, and that is why we've got some people like Bats Plus and Passassin in the meantime. Those are the only two guys that decided to take those medium tires, but a bunch of other drivers were thinking about it. So let's see what's going to happen here tonight. Bats Plus was the first one out on track, so he's going to be the first one to set a hot lap here in qualifying 2. Running really wide there through the swimming pool chicane on those cold tires as he tries to get a little bit of temperature in them before he starts his first fast lap. The mediums around here, I gotta say, are pretty good. They did feel quite nice in the silver race. I took them very, very long, about, I think, 22 or 23 laps. Ooh, and Bats Plus getting a little bit wiggly there on the exit of Saint Devote as he runs up through Massenet and Casino. Beautiful, beautiful job through there. It is a purple sector, of course, because he's the first one to go through there, but I'm not sure if it's going to stick, as we've got P-Doc Payton and also F-Trunk already running on the track. And only 13 of the drivers made it into Q2, so I'm not sure if Cameron and I'm not exactly sure who the other 15th driver was, if they disconnected or if they were eliminated because they retired from the session, because that would be quite interesting. As Bats Plus now into the swimming pool chicane, nice and clean through there. Now just Raskas and Anthony Nogues to go. And there he goes, opens up the DRS, running down to the line. He's going to set the first time here. It's a 1:11.9 on a set of medium tires. That would have been good enough for about 3rd or 4th in Q1, so not a bad time at all. F-Trunk, 1:14.0, must have made a mistake somewhere. Oh, as Bats Plus drifting it through Massenet. Tokyo Drift at Monaco. Well held That's all I'm going to say about that, because that could have ended much, much worse. Yeah, we've got a message from Mebby. He'll be on in 5 minutes, so he'll be joining us for the race here tonight. That's an extra driver on the grid. And Team Brewer writing us to say that Assassin had some great pace in Q1. He should get through on the mediums. Very possible. I am watching out for that. It's not a guarantee, obviously. It's very hard around here on the mediums to get the pace out of them like you do out of the soft tires, but it's very possible. So let's watch out for Assassin. He's coming out on his out lap now. And in the meantime, we've got a few other times there. Landon, 112.1. Trunk, 114.0. And Stanley, 115.1. Alright, here comes P-Doc Payton to finish out his lap, and then we're quickly going to switch over to Assassin, who's just starting out his fast lap now. And P-Doc Payton, 112.3 on the soft tire. Bats Plus currently leading with 11.9 on the medium. Oh, who was that in the wall? That's Deathwish Tricky. He unfortunately overshot it into Mirabeau, into the high part of Mirabeau. And that is going to hurt him a little bit there, but let's go on board here with Assassin to start this hot lap on a medium set of tire. He had massive pace in Q1. Let's see what he can do in Q2. Oh, he brushing the wall on the exit of Saint Devote there, but very quick through turn 1 as he comes up the run into Casino now, into the right-hander. Ooh, a little bit of a misjudgment there. Almost smashed into the wall, but managing to keep it clean. That is another purple sector. A little bit of a lock-up now into Mirabeau, into the hairpin. Nice rotation through there. Second part of Mirabeau now, and into Portier. Beautiful job through there. There we have another fastest lap on the board right now. 110.5 from Chatty Duck in the Alfa Romeo quite quickly there. Let's go into the Novelle chicane now. So close on the run into the Novelle chicane there on Assassin on the left-hand side barrier. Managing to keep it out of the wall into back as well. He is just inches away from disaster here, but he managing to keep it so clean, very fast. Second sector was also a purple sector, and now only the DRS and the run to the line to go. What sort of a time is this going to be? Is this going to be pole position? It is. It's a 109.5 on a medium tire. Absolutely incredible job there from Assassin on those medium tires. He's in a pretty good position right now. Chatty Duck in second, Bats Plus in third, also on a medium tire. And now we have Bambuki on his out lap, also trying out those yellow stripe tires. Octavio says, go SCR team, and I think that would be F Trunk and Landon. Yeah, those are very welcome guys in this league. Sorry, especially F Trunk has been showing some pace in the last few races. Landon is now showing really great pace here tonight in qualifying, so it's gonna get very exciting. Good luck to those guys, and everybody watching, thank you guys so much for all of your support. Keep those comments coming. I'm all by myself now in the booth after we've lost Perry to a connection issue, and there is Mebby now joining into the session. Bamboo on those medium tires, he is quickest through sector 1. That is quite exciting. Bambuki, he might put on a challenge here for Assassin. Breezy trying out the medium tires as well, and he's about to cross the line. Or nope, Breezy did not set a time that time around, so he's going to start his hot lap now as we watch Bambuki make it through the Novelle chicane. But yeah, keep those comments coming. Share the link to the video if you have anyone that likes Formula 1, as Bambuki unfortunately smashes into the wall at the exit of Tabac, and that is going to hurt his time there. He's going to abort this lap. He's going to go into the pits. Let's watch Breezy. Tim Brewer also saying 9.5 on the mediums. Dude is crazy fast. Absolutely. I mean, Assassin has been showing amazing pace throughout this season, throughout last season as well in the Platinum class. But he's coming off 2 wins in a row. He won in Canada 2 weeks ago. He won in China last week. And now he's currently leading qualifying in the next week. So it could be a triple strike here for Passassin. Let's see if he can make that happen, as now Breezy crosses the line and he goes into 3rd place on those medium tires. But Passassin now looking like he wants to switch over to those softs. SCR landing pretty quick there through Sector 2. Coming in to finish this lap, there's a yellow flag being waved around. I'm not sure exactly what that was for. No major incidents to report. SCR Landon doing a pretty good job there for his fans on tonight's stream, putting himself into 4th place with a 111.5 on these soft tires. And P-Doc Payton is out there again on another brand new set of soft tires. So in the meantime, we've got Passassin, who's decided that he's good enough on those mediums with a 109.5. Of course, that was an incredible time, and it puts him into the ultimate strategy that you want to be on for the race. So he is done with Q2. He's going to rest it out for the last 4 and a bit minutes here and join us again in Q3. Oh, P-Doc Payton there almost ran a little bit too wide through swimming pool, but makes it through there all right. He's about to finish this lap, currently sitting in P8 with a 112.3. And he improves to a 111.5, and that puts him in P5 at the moment. Breezy is the next person that we've got on medium tires towards the top of the list there. He's in P3, and lots of people running out on track right now. Bats Plus has come out on a brand new set of SEF tires. Oh, and he's into the wall! He was trying to get around that Ferrari into Mirabeau. The Ferrari did pull over to the side. Bats Plus locking up and smashing into the barrier. Unfortunately, that is going to be the end of qualifying for Bats Plus, even though he was in P10 and was good enough to move on into Q3. It's very easy to lose it around here, and it happens that quickly. Monaco takes no prisoners. Let's watch on board here with KGB Black Angel as he makes his run into Mirabeau. He's on a brand new set of medium tires. This is his first run in the session as we're coming into pretty much the closing end here of Q2. And he's currently sitting in P12. Let's see if he can improve, but I love these views of Monaco from on board with him. Just enjoy those views and sounds. We have a yellow flag being waved around. Couple of guys are gonna have to get out of the way. That's FYKV. As he goes through to back, it's a purple sector too. Oh, traffic in the way into Raskas. I don't think it's gonna hurt him too much here as he opens up the DRS, currently sitting in the last place on the grid, but he is good enough for 5th with those medium tires as well. So Breezy in 4th, and KGB Black Angel in 5th, and Passassin in 1st place are going to be moving on those medium tires. Looks like Stanley might make it in there as well. P-Doc Payton on the medium tire. He's out of the pits right now. I'm not sure if he set his best time on those mediums. No, his best time is on a soft tire as we switch over to that graphic now. And P-Dog is into the pits. Stanley, I think, has aborted his lap as well. 1:57 to go. We've got Landon and Deathwish Tricky out there on brand new sets of soft tires, or actually used sets of soft tires. And they're going to be trying to improve from their places on the grid at the moment. Now, did Bamboo go for another quick lap? He did, and Bamboo opens up the DRS now. running down. It was a Sector 2 purple, and it's P5 for Bamboo in Q2. Very nicely done there as Chatty Dog retires from the session as well. He's in a very good spot, but he is on that soft tire, so that might hurt him in the overall strategy for the race. We'll have to wait and see on that one. So we've got some interesting opinions coming in the chat right now. Tasmanian Devil, of course, the champion of season 11 of Platinum Class, unfortunately unable to race as he's gone off to college. Good luck to him in his studies, of course. That is more important than racing, but he's got an opinion on the strategy, saying that being on the medium tire in Q2 may not be the best strategy because soft to mediums are a very easy strategy to complete around here. It's very straightforward. Maybe, however, thinks, maybe that Breezy should have tried an alternate strategy on Passassin and pass him at the start. He said that he couldn't qualify, so you'll try to undercut as much as he can. That will be very interesting to watch as Landon smashes into the wall after passing through the swimming pool chicane and gets out of the way now of, I think it was FYKV, who pulls into the pits. And that's going to be the end of qualifying for Landon. But he's good enough for Q3. He's in P7, and he should be able to move on. I think that's pretty much all of our qualifiers here tonight. Of so F Trunk, is he on a fast lap? He is on a fast lap. He's 4/10 quicker than his own best time in Sector 1. Currently, he needs a couple of seconds to be able to get out of Q2 and into Q3. Let's see if he can find that time here as he makes his way through the Novell chicane. Yeah, Stephen Jones says, starting tire, Taz, you know what's up. Tasmanian then responds, if 007 can stay close enough to Possession to undercut, then it's probably GG. Very interesting. I mean, this is, anything can happen. This is Monaco. We could have incidents. We could have weather come in, and anything could happen. SCR Landon does improve his time by about a second or so, but unfortunately gonna stay in P13, and he's going to not move on into Q3. But the drivers that are moving on to Q3 are Passassin with his 109.5 on those medium tires, putting himself on the ultimate strategy for the race. 007 and Chatty Duck in second and third. Breezy in fourth, Bamboo in fifth, KGB Black Angel, Landon in sixth and seventh, and then we have Stanley in eighth, P-Dog in ninth, Death with Tricky in 10th, FYKV, Bats Plus, and F-Trunk have gotten eliminated in this session. But crucially, Stanley, KGB, Bamboo, TCR Breezy, and Passassin trying and see how that alternate strategy, or the ultimate strategy technically, works out in the race for them. Alright, welcome back now to qualifying 3, the final qualifying session ahead of the round 5 Monaco Grand Prix in season 12 of Trinity Competitive Racing in the Platinum class. Just a reminder, these guys are running absolutely no assists. All of those are restricted. There's no ABS, no traction control, no gears assistance or any other assistance of any kind. We're not even allowing the racing line, so especially at a track like Monaco, this is going to be a really big test for a lot of these drivers. I'm sure a lot of them have gotten plenty of practice in between the last race that we had in China and this race here at Monaco. I know a lot of drivers actually like to head into the races with no practice, and works out quite well for many of them, so we'll see if that will be the case here tonight. But let me know if you guys have any predictions for the race. If you think any of these drivers are going to end up on the podium, who do you think is going to go for the win? Is this strategy of softs to mediums or mediums to softs going to work out the best? Let us all know. I mean, our job here right now as spectators and commentators is pretty much to speculate on what could happen in the race. So I'd love to hear your opinions on that. I am getting some interesting opinions here from Wind VO, and I would ask him to, keep it more to possibly this race. But yeah, some of them are very interesting. All right, so Tasmania Devil says the opening set is very hard, but if you can hold on to that first, the rest of the race is very easy. Okay, we'll wait and see how that works out, but I do agree on that. The first stint, for me personally, on the soft tires was very difficult, and then when I switched over to the mediums, it became pretty much a bring-it-home race. Didn't really have to battle it out too much. I had a couple of moments where Rafa Hulk and Kruner were catching up to me as I had to pass some other cars, but overall, the rest of the race worked out quite well. And Stephen Jones agrees, yep, opening stint is definitely key. I do agree with you guys as well. Opening stint is going to be very interesting. I think if we learned anything from the first couple of races of silver and golden class here around Monaco this week, is that the first lap and the first turn are very, very important. They're absolutely crucial around there. So it's going to be very interesting to see if there's going to be any moves, any passes into turn one, if anyone ends up ahead. It's going to be a close one. Oh, as Stanley brushes both the entry and the exit of Tabak. So that's going to hurt his time there a little bit. He's still going to bring it to the end, as Breezy says, the first time in Q3, 110.025. KGB Black Angel, 110.090. And Stanley, 111.598. These guys all have free sets of soft tires, but they only get the one free set, and the rest of it they would have had to save from qualifying. And there's some pace that Passassin saved from qualifying, putting in a 109.157 to take the provisional pole for the race here tonight. Let's see who's going to be next. 007 has just gone through Sector 1 and put a purple time through there. We're going to jump on board with him as he makes it through the hairpin and into Mirabeau Low and into the Portier section. Oh, a little bit of a tail whip there on the exit, but man, just to keep it out of the wall crucially. And there he goes into the Novelle chicane, and he is pretty nice and safe through there. Through to back, very close to the wall, but keeps it out. It's a Sector 2 purple. 007 now coming in to Raskas, and the last corner of Anthony Nogue. Opens up the DRS on the exit. Let's see, this was a pretty good lap all around. It's only good enough for 5th place, however, so everybody seems to be losing quite a bit of time in Sector 3, especially when you compare it to Passassin's time. But the rest of the lap is very, very close. Deathwish Tricky now coming down to the line as well to finish his first hot lap. And that is a 111.9 to put him into P9 at the moment. So everybody has completed their laps. Their first laps at least. This Q3 session is very short. It's only 10 minutes in total. And we're already down to just under 7 minutes, or just about 6.5 minutes. And Tasmanian Devil says this session is going to be crucial for 007. Yeah, I mean, it's crucial for pretty much everyone, but I think what you mean there is probably the strategy situation of where they're starting, or where they're going to end up starting in the race. So yeah, I think it's going to be crucial for 007 and possibly others as well. All right, if you guys are watching, again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching and thank you for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave some more comments. A lot of comments are coming in right now, and I love reading it, so definitely send in some more. Let me know if you guys have any predictions for P1, P2, P3, possibly even just for pole position in Q3. That would be interesting to hear. Right now, Possession's got 8.5 tenths of a gap, so could be a very, very interesting session here. I'm not sure if anybody can find that much time on track, and Possession might possibly find some more time as well. Maybe saying for sure Breezy should have started on softs, in my opinion. He was going to start from the clean side too. And Tasmanian Devil says 100%. I'm not sure if he's responding to that or to something that I said, but let's jump on board now with Bambuki. Bambuki out there on a brand new set, or no, sorry, the used set of soft tires in Q3, going for another hot lap attempt. And right now, just completing his out lap, getting through the hairpin there. This track is absolutely amazing. I am a huge fan of commentating on it. I am a huge fan of driving around here as well, although it takes absolutely everything out of me. I was completely drained on Tuesday after that race. I noticed a lot of drivers cutting the Nouvelle Chicane, just don't want to waste the time getting through there. But yeah, now down into 4.5 minutes in Q3, ahead of round 5 of season 12 of TCR here at Monaco. The situation right now is Possession leading the championship, also leading Q3. He's led all 3 qualifying sessions so far. We also have the Mercedes of Possession and FYKV leading the Constructors' Championship with 58 points. I'm not sure if that's actually correct. Possession has 59. So I think that graphic might be mistaken. But they're still in the lead of the championship because I know they're first place. And then we have the Alphas of 007 and Chatty Duck in second place in the Constructors. The McLarens, or no, not the McLarens. Breezy and the Pratis. Breezy and the Pratis are in the Red Bull, sorry. They're currently in third place in the standings. And then we have the McLarens of Bambuki and Zeppelin in fourth place in the Constructors' standings. So Bambuki there, I think, might have invalidated his lap. Yep. Unfortunate for him. There's Stanley going through Saint Devote and up the hill. And looks like he's aborting the lap as well. 3 minutes to go now. This is where it counts. This is for all the marbles. Who's going to get the pole position? Who's going to be on that front line to possibly challenge into turn 1? Is there going to be any weather surprises? Are we going to see some incidents in the race? All of that is still to come. But for now, it is Q3. And we're watching as these drivers are trying to gain some final time and final positions before we go racing here tonight for a 50% race, which is going to be 39 laps. SCR Landon into turn 1, invalidated. Very unfortunate there for SCR. Landon has enough time to go again. 007 into turn 1. Clean through there, no invalidation. Passing some traffic on his way through Massenet. Doing a pretty good job there. A little bit of a tail whip on the exit of Casino. And now through the hairpin, doing a pretty nice job. Portier is all dealt with, almost brushing the wall on the exit there and passing Landon. And now into the Nouvelle Chicane. Very nice through there, pretty much gets everything he can out of that corner without invalidating. He's going to be finishing Sector 2 here in a second, and that is a purple time from 007 in Sector 2. And he opens up the DRS now. He comes across the line. Good enough for P4, 109.9. We've got 4 people into the 109s now. Assassin, Chatty Duck, Breezy, and 007. Stanley on another hot lap. Coming through swimming pool. Now into Raskas. Nice and smooth. Out of Anthony Nogue, opens up the DRS, coming down to the line, currently sitting in P7. Can he improve? He does improve by about 0.06 of a second, so very, very close margins, and stays in P7 at the moment. Landon going for another run with 46 seconds to go in qualifying. Everybody is pretty much out there trying to put in a time. I think Assassin is going to be crossing the line. No, he's got no front wing, so he's off into the pits. Back to Landon. Landon making his way through Portier, doing a pretty nice job through there. Is Breezy out there? Yeah, Breezy just crosses the line right now. Stays in P3. Landon through to back. We have a yellow flag in Sector 3. That's just a retirement in the pits. Nothing crazy there. And Landon through Raskas. And the last corner now, DRS open. Down to the line, currently sitting in P8. And he stays in P8. Who else do we have out there? Breezy. He's going through the tunnel right now. Into the Nivelle chicane, getting a nice run through there. Keeping his momentum going, and he's aborted. He has aborted his lap, 007. Looks like 007 is going pretty slowly as well. Yeah, and he's not using any of his batteries, so I think that is it for Breezy and 007, and I think Assassin will hold on to his pole position ahead of the Monaco Grand Prix. That's going to be 3 pole positions in a row in TCR Season 12, and a pretty good position for him if he wants to get win number 3 in a row in Season 12 as well. Alright, if you guys are just watching or just joining us now, thank you so much for watching. We are almost done with qualifying 3. The clock has run down. We're just waiting for all the drivers to come across the line now. Assassin on pole position ahead of this race, with Chatty Duck starting alongside on the front row, and what could possibly be the best position into turn 1. Breezy in 3rd, 007 in 4th. We have Bambuki in 5th. KGB Black Angel in 6th, Stanley in 7th, SCR Landon in P8, P9 goes to P-Dog Peyton, and Deathwish Tricky is going to round up the top 10 on the starting grid. Alright, so let's get ready for the race here tonight for round 5 of Season 12 at the Circuit de Monaco Monte Carlo in the Principality of Monaco in this Platinum class. I think we're going to be starting with the dry weather, at least from this loading graphic, but we are going to be racing at night, so let's take a closer look when we get through this loading stage. But yeah, we're going to be doing 39 laps here tonight for 50% race with strict rules applied to the corner cutting. And we already had the full qualifying. We were supposed to have Sequid serving a back of the grid penalty, but unfortunately did not make it into the race here tonight. But a single lap around here is 3.3 kilometers, and you've got a whole 19 corners to navigate in that time. So lots of corners in a very short distance. Very tricky corners as you're getting nice views of the whole track here. Those of you who have driven around this track, you'll know how difficult it is to get around here in one piece and without destroying your front wing, without having any incidents, and making sure that you can play out your strategy. That is pretty much my goal every time I go into a Monaco race. I just want to make sure that I run my strategy from start to finish, that I don't make any extra pit stops due to damage or anything else like that. But we could also have safety cars. If we do, it will be the new Aston Martin safety car. So I'm excited to see that, but also really just excited to see this race get on the way. So give me one moment here as I regain my breath, and I'll be right back. Alright, there we see the clock running down now before the start of the formation lap. So our drivers have decided on their strategies for the race. For those starting in the top 10, of course, they couldn't really do too much because they had that tire that they qualified on in Q2 that they have to start on. So from there on, it's pretty much just deciding when do you want to pit, how much fuel you want to take. One thing I've personally noticed since the new patch came in on this game is the fact that the car burns more fuel. It does not save fuel through the race anymore. It actually needs to be a little bit over-fueled to make sure you make it to the end. So let's take a look at the starting tires for all of the formation lap in pole position. So Possession on mediums, Chatty Duck in second on the soft tire, Breezy in third on the mediums. We have 007 in fourth on the softs, then Bambuki, Black Angel, and Stanley in fifth, sixth, and seventh place, all on the medium tire. Landon in eighth, and that's where Tricky in ninth on the soft tires. And then we have FYKV in 10th on the medium tire as well. Running down from there, Bats Plus and F Trunk on the soft tires with P-Doc Bateman 13th on the soft tire as well, and then Cameron in 14th on the medium. Mebby rounding up the grid in 15th place on that soft tire. So a little bit of a mix of tire strategies even in the top 10 and therefrom as well. So let's get ready for this one and let's see if the strategies are going to play out the way that these guys want them to. Let's see if we'll have any drama, any incidents, or anything else happening here tonight. The drivers are just about to complete their formation lap, and then we'll get ready for the lights to come on. And we're just about ready to get going here as Mebby slides into his grid spot. Let's switch over to 007 in fourth so we can see the front two rows at the start. 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights are on. And the lights go out as Cameron gets a jump start and a drive-through penalty already. Assassin keeps the lead into turn 1. Breezy keeps third. Bambuki was trying to make a move there. Looks like Bats, but oh, somebody spun off. It's Landon. Landon has spun off, and he's down to P15. Cameron is back up into 14th. F-Trunk into 13th. There's a little bit more battling going on. P-Dog there. Somebody else is getting overtaken. I think it is FYKV. Or, yeah, it is FYKV. FYKV has no front wing. No front wing at all on FYKV's car, and he's dropping positions very, very quickly as we now go through the hairpin for the first time, and Bats Plus already gets a 3-second penalty for cutting the corner into the hairpin. So that was that didn't take very long to get a penalty there. Cameron now attacking on F-Trunk there on the exit of 40 and through the tunnel. Is he going to make a move into the Nouvelle chicane? He's thinking about it. He thought about a switchback as well. He's going for another switchback now, and he is going to make a move. And F-Trunk is going to have to slow down into Tabac to try and make it through there. That was an exciting start towards the back of the grid, but at the front, Bassassin is leading the race by about 0.8 of a second. Chatty in second, Breezy in third, 007 in fourth. And Bats Plus and Cameron both have to pit with that damage to their front wing, as they're going to replace that. FYKV is also going to come into the pits, as he also had some damage. So those guys have to now change up their strategies and think of another way to get up through the positions once again. At the front here, Chatty Duck is keeping up with Bassassin, keeping that gap at about 0.7 of a second. As we're now on lap 2 and coming into the Nouvelle chicane. Oh, a little bit of a brush with the wall there from Chatty Duck on the exit of the swimming pool chicane, and he's dropped down to 1.5 seconds behind Bassassin. He's going into the pits on lap 2. Does he have damage? Let's see if he's going to be changing his front wing. He is. Yeah, I see the crew there lining up a brand new front wing for him. So that little tiny brush with the wall definitely gave him some damage, and he's decided that he's going to pit early. He's going on to the medium tires, so I'm not sure if he's going to go for a 2-stop or if he thinks these mediums can possibly make it for 36 laps around Monaco. That will be quite impressive. He can make him last. But that means now Breezy moves into P2. Bassassin is 3 seconds ahead of him, and 007 in third, 2.2 seconds behind. Bambuki keeping up with 007 in fourth. He's about 0.8 of a second behind, but everybody else has sort of stretched out with a couple of incidents and a couple of front wings missing for some of the drivers that had to pit. We have a yellow in Sector 2. It looks like Bats Plus and Mebi might have come together there. I'm not exactly sure what was going on, but now Mebi is missing a part of his front wing as well. And Bambuki is closing up on 007. He was really closing on him on the start-finish straight, but as they come out of St. Devote, 007 manages to pull ahead. Oh, and we have a DNF from P-Dog Payton. P-Dog Payton DNFing in the pits, though, so I don't think it's going to cause anything, but that was a very sudden yellow flag in DNF, so I was just watching to check where that happened. If it would have happened on track, that is, of course, a possibility for a safety car. Back on board with Bambuki once again as he's chasing down 007. These guys are taking it quite wide through that first part of the Nouvelle chicane. And Bassassin now 3.3 seconds ahead of Breezy and pulling ahead on those medium tires. Breezy is also on the mediums, and then 007 in third is under attack here from Bambuki. 007 on the softs, Bambuki on the mediums. Let's take a look at the position changes so far. So Assassin staying exactly where he was. Breezy, 007 Bamboo, Black Angel, Stanley, all of them moving up a position. That with Tricky up 2 positions from where he started. F Trunk up 4 positions. Chatty Duck, unfortunately, was the one to lose out of all of that after pitting early, and he is down 7 positions from where he was. Cameron's now into the pits, but he's 4 positions up from where he started. Bats Plus exactly where he started. FYKV a couple of positions down. Landon 5 positions down. And Mebby 1 position up from where he started this race. As we're now watching, it looks like HB Black Angel is going to try and make a move on Bambuki here into the Novell chicane. He was really thinking about it. He was thinking about going around the right side, then the left side, but then backed out of that move. And now we have another yellow. Oh, and now they come together. A little bit of contact now between Bambuki and Black Angel. Bambuki went a little bit wide into the swimming pool chicane, and Black Angel decided to try and slide it on the left-hand side. Didn't quite work out. Bambuki's now into the pits. Does he have damage? Does he possibly have damage? Is that why he's pitting? And it looks like Stanley is now catching up on Black Angel and his own teammate in the Alpine. This is turning out to be very interesting. It looks like, yeah, Bambuki changing his front wing, jumping over to the hard tires. And there's a nice look at the Aston Martin safety car, but we haven't had to see it on track this week at all. Chatty Duck now really close on the F Trunk. That was very, very close there into St. Devote, but he backed out of that one. Alright, a pretty hectic start, I gotta say. First 6 laps of this race. Lots of things happening, lots of changes of position. Already a few drivers having to change their strategies and having to change their front wings. I'm wondering how many more of that we are going to see. Chatty Duck really trying to attack on F Trunk. He's putting the pressure on everywhere. He's using his ERS to close up on him. They're taking very different lines there through the Novell chicane. I'm wondering if F Trunk just took that line to try and defend. He's definitely slower through to back. Those medium tires are doing much better right now than the slightly older softs. Bats Plus gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. He's currently in P10 and 7.5 seconds behind Bamboo. Here comes Chatty on the start-finish straight into St. Devote into turn 1. There's going to be some contact. There's going to be a lot of contact, but they managed to make it through there, and Chatty manages to get the position for now. F Trunk trying to defend and trying to attack back. Not going to work. Chatty Duck up into P7 after making an early pit stop, and he's fighting his way back through the field. Alright, if you guys are still watching, thank you so much for sticking around and bearing with my annoying voice here tonight on the comms all by myself. Unfortunately, Perry had a disconnection issue and could not rejoin us back. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and for your support of TCR. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Send in some more comments into the chat, because the only guys I can talk to right now is pretty much you guys, and I appreciate you guys sticking around. But yeah, we are on lap 8 of the Monaco Grand Prix here for round 5 of season 12 in the Platinum class of Trinity Competitive Racing. If you guys are interested in joining the league, check out the link in the description to our website. You can fill out an application and join our Discord, and from there you'll be able to join one of our racing classes, silver, golden, or platinum class, depending on what sort of assist you use and what your experience level with the F1 games is. If you're a little bit newer, you can definitely start with silver and then move your way up. As we now watch Chatty Duck on Death Wish Tricky into the Novell chicane. Oh, and Death Wish Tricky running into the back of Chatty. I wonder if that gave him a little bit of damage there. No visual damage on the car. But yeah, that was very, very close between those two drivers. Ahead of them, a couple of positions up, it's Stanley starting to close up time on his teammate, KGB Black Angel. Alright, and also check out the link in the description to our affiliate sponsor, Fanatec. If you guys are looking to buy some racing equipment, they make some amazing stuff. And if you use our link, you'll be supporting the league in doing so as well. As a couple of people going to the pits here, F-Trunk and Deathwish Tricky, and they come out on the hards and the medium tires. And I'm sure they're going to be trying to take those until the end of the race here. Now there's going to be a little bit of a battle between the two of them, as behind them there's FYKV on the soft tires. Yeah, just a quick word to all of those trolls in the chat right now. I don't know where you guys are coming from and why, but you guys are really, you know, being childish. I don't know what you're trying to do here, but it's not really doing anything. So have fun and whatever. Alright, as we're watching, Deathwish Tricky dropped a little bit of time on F-Trunk. Not quite close enough to make anything happen. Stanley, however, still closing up that time on KGB, his own teammate. Oh, we've now got a yellow flag. I think that is... Who is that? I think it's either Trunk or Bats Plus. Somebody there had a moment. And we've had a change of positions. But I didn't quite exactly see what happened, as now Bats Plus is going to go into the pits. And after only 7 laps on those medium tires, he must have some sort of damage if he's trying to get off of them that quickly. That is correct. He's got no front wing. There we go. Changing his front wing now. Let's move up to KGB Black Angel here, who's really on the back end of 007 now in second place. He's been catching up. 007 pulls off into the pits off of his soft tires that he started the race on, and now promotes KGB Black Angel into P2 and Stanley into P3. The Alpines doing a great job here tonight, and these are points that they are really, really going to want. They're currently in 5th place and in the Constructors' Championship, and only a few points behind their competitors ahead of them. So this is very crucial right now for KGB Black Angel and Stanley, especially on that medium to soft tire strategy. Behind them, Breezy in 4th place in the Red Bull on the hard tire. Let's see if he'll be able to do something here towards the end of the race, if those hard tires are going to give him the pace that he's going to need, because so far this week we haven't really seen anyone make the hard tires really work. Cameron gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, and of course under strict conditions here tonight it is much more difficult to keep a clean sheet. We have a Sector 1 yellow. What's going on? FYKV. FYKV is out of the race. Mebby and FYKV looks like they came together, and FYKV is right in the middle of the track. They are right on the exit of what is this? They're on the run in Massenet, so they must have come together. And as Bats Plus tries to avoid the car there, just managing to get around. That is very, very crazy, and I'm not sure why we don't have a safety car. We should have a safety car right now. There is a car right in the middle of the track. Mebby gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We do have a yellow flag through Sector 1. FYKV now leaves the session. That was very unfortunate. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but definitely a big incident, as we saw that both Mebby and FYKV definitely had damage from that incident. Bambuki taking this chance to pit as well over to a medium tire. We still have a yellow flag in Sector 1, but now it's been cleared. And that's where Tricky catching up on F-Trunk. Looks like F-Trunk has no front wing. They're going to make some contact. but he manages to get around F-Trunk there, really making it a difficult job for Deathwish to overtake, and F-Trunk has no front wing. Wow, this is very crazy. I'm not sure what's going on here right now. Now Bambuki overtaking F-Trunk, who ghosts. This is a little bit crazy. All of a sudden, some people losing their front wings. We had a couple of people crashing. Oh, we've got another incident. Maybe. It looks like F-Trunk is out. Sorry, it wasn't Maybe, it was F-Trunk. F-Trunk is out of the race. Maybe is out of the race. FYKV, Landon, and P-Dog Peyton all out. F-Trunk is also pretty much right in the middle of the track, but now his car has disappeared and we're back to green flag racing. So those two incidents should have surely brought out the safety car. I'm very surprised that we didn't even have a VSC or anything else. It might be because the ghosting is on, but we've had ghosting on other tracks and we've still had safety cars come out, so very interesting. I think maybe the new patch has reduced the amount of safety cars in general. Oh, as now Bambuki going down the inside on Deathwish into Maribou, and he's making that one work for P8. Wow. Lots of action going on track right now, especially in that middle section of the positions here tonight. Out in front, Passassin 33 seconds in front of KGB. There's incredible amounts of pace here tonight from Passassin. KGB Black Angel in second, Stanley in third. The two Alpines holding down a really good points paying position here tonight. Yeah, so very unfortunate, but we lost about 3 drivers there in a span of a couple of laps. F-Trunk, Mebi, and FYKV all DNFing out of this race, but we still got 10 runners out of the 15 that we started with. Of course, Monaco is the toughest track of the whole season, of the calendar, and it's proving to be so here tonight again. But these Platinum drivers, as a reminder, they're driving with no assist, so it's difficult enough to survive Monaco, but try doing that with no racing line, no assist, and nothing else to help you out. I think these guys are doing just fine, all things considered. And yeah, definitely missing a few names here tonight. Sequit, unfortunately, did not make it to the race here today. Pratis did not make it. Those are some guys that usually put on really good shows. Forzan, those guys, and Psychosane did not make it to the start of the race. But other than that, we've got a pretty good race going on. Looks like another penalty there. I think that was, what was it, to Cameron? Oh my goodness, Bats Plus has 30 seconds of penalties to his name currently. I think if he gets one more, he might not be able to make it to the end of this race. He might be disqualified. We have Cameron with 3 seconds and Deathwish Tricky with a 5-second penalty. But yeah, 30 seconds for Bats Plus. That is the first time I see a number that high. Alright, on lap 16 now, 26 more laps to go of Monaco here tonight. It's definitely a pretty lengthy race. Yeah, pretty sad that I have to commentate on this one all by myself. I am enjoying this race though, and enjoying your comments coming in the chats. I do appreciate all of that support. Keep that coming. If you guys are not subscribed yet, make sure you do. Leave a like. Send in some more of those comments. Check out our website. Check out our affiliate sponsor. All that fun stuff. Yeah. Let me know if you guys want me to follow any of these drivers on track right now. There aren't really any close battling going on. Assassin is absolutely destroying the field right now. 38 seconds ahead. He can easily pit at any moment he wants. He can possibly put on another set of soft tires, a medium tire. He can do whatever he wants at this point in time because he is so far ahead of the rest of the field. But I guess let's ride on board with him for a little bit. Alright, some more comments coming in here. Mick Marcotti says, too bad I couldn't join in time. Yeah, definitely would have loved to see you on track and see what you can do around here. Stephen Jones says that Breezy had pace too. He just put it into the wall. Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of drivers here tonight that are going to be looking back on this race and seeing a lot of things that they might have done a little bit differently if they had another chance. I'm sure Chatty Duck is not going to be happy with getting damaged and having to pit early. Although his race is not over yet, he might be able to recover to the podium. We'll have to wait and see. He's currently 1.5 seconds behind Breezy and catching up, so that is going to be P4 possibly if he can make it around Breezy quite soon here. Stanley now catching up on KGB Black Angel for the battle for P2 between the Alpine drivers, which is quite exciting to watch as well. FYKV says traditions being murdered in Monaco, 3 out of 3 races. Very unfortunate, FYKV. If you can let us know what happened in that incident, because unfortunately we didn't really catch it on the screen. We didn't know that something was going on. Oh, Black Angel! Black Angel losing it on the exit of Saint Devote and smashing into the wall. He managed to keep it on track though. I'm not sure how much damage that gave him, but that means Stanley, his teammate, has managed to get through into P2, and the Alpines have switched places now. Looks like his front wing is intact, but sometimes the game doesn't show all of the damage that happens, so he might have gotten some damage there. But yeah, FYKV, let us know what happened in that incident, because we didn't really get to see that. Charles Pruitt asking, wonder how fast Possession could get around here on Inters right now. That is a good question. I mean, he could have possibly done a last to first challenge with that sort of pace and might have still been ahead, but very impressive for Possession. I think we've pretty much seen the same exact thing happening in all 3 classes this week. We've had one driver that either has, you know, the best setup or is the most comfortable with this track and with this car and with this game on this particular, you know, occasion, and they just blast ahead and they stay ahead of everybody else, and nobody else ends up really catching up to them by the end. So this might be another one of the situations where Possession has the best setup. He's definitely got pace because he's coming off of 2 weeks in a row of wins to his name and pole positions and the fastest lap last week as well, all to his name. So definitely very impressive from Possession here today. But yeah, could have possibly done a last to first challenge. Cameron taking a little bit of a half spin through the Nivelle chicane and into the wall at the back. And he's going to have to pit, possibly to change that front wing once again. Currently running in P8 and not very happy with his race, I'm sure. Bats Plus, his teammate, also not doing very well as he almost spins it into the pits. Going to have to change that front wing. Let's see what sort of tires he's going to fit on. It's going to be a set of mediums. And Cameron's going to retire from the session. He's going to join the list of DNFs, unfortunately, and that is going to mean that we're down to 9 runners tonight. All right, some more comments coming in here. Dreamsy, he's asking if since Assassin is in the Merc, are we sure it's not Jarno who's driving for him? I'm sure he means Jarno Opmeer, the esports driver. That would be an interesting situation, although I think Assassin is a little bit too young to be Jarno Opmeer. But we will have to do an investigation, an internal investigation, and we'll try to figure it out. Sequit, which is Davide Morinelli, saying, sorry I couldn't make it, y'all. Yeah, we could have used you here tonight. We could have, you could have spiced it up for the field. Would have been interesting to see what Sequit could have done with the rest of these guys here tonight. Mick Marcotti says, looks like Assassin will lap the whole field. Well, not quite, because as Stephen Jones mentioned there, he still has to grab another set of tires. And FYKV giving us an update on the incident that happened between him and Mebby. He says that Mebby was trying to overtake after T1 and we collided. Happened too quick, so can't say who was at fault. I'm sure we're gonna see the replays of that in the Discord channel after the race, and we will report that to the stewards, or maybe it won't get reported to the stewards. We'll see how the drivers feel about that one, but that incident took out two drivers, both Mebby and FYKV. We're not continuing after that one, but we've also lost Cameron, F-Trunk, Landon, and Peyton. From the 15 we started with, we're now down to just 9 runners, and watching as Chatty Duck is closing up on the podium positions here. He's already half a second behind KGB Black Angel. I'm sure KGB got a little bit of damage from that brush that we had, that he had with the wall. Just not sure how much it's affecting him right now. Chatty Duck opens up the DRS, really trying to keep the traction down on the tires, but the car keeps on trying to step out every chance it gets. So we're in Monaco this week, but next week we will be going over to Austria, to the Red Bull Ring, a very, very fast track, very short track. Lap around there is just around a minute, so really going to be seeing a lot of close racing. There's a couple of DRS zones to assist with that. I think 3 DRS zones actually, and so always a track that produces good racing and a lot of overtaking action. Also a track that we've seen a lot of incidents at before, so never write that off. But as we've seen here tonight in Monaco, even though you get incidents, sometimes the safety cars don't come out, so the race here tonight pretty much stayed exactly the same, all under green flag racing. We had some yellow flags, we had a couple of big crashes, but no VSCs, no safety cars, nothing else. And now on lap 24 of 39, 15 more laps to go. Assassin 52 seconds ahead in the lead of the race. Stanley in second, and KGB Black Angel battling it out for P3 with Chatty Duck, who had to pit early in the race for a little bit of damage on his front wing, but now starting to really close up on the podium positions. Chatty Duck looking for that overtake every way he can into Mirabeau through the hairpin. He's looking, but it's very, very difficult to make an overtake here at Monaco. There's only a couple places that we've really seen people go for it. Chatty is right on that back wing of KGB Black Angels. They're going to have the DRS zone once again. Chatty closing up, but not going to be close enough just yet as they go into turn 1. Almost outbraking himself. Almost running into the backhand of that car. Closing up some more time through Beau Rivage, into Massenet and into Casino. We've seen some people try and go into a move from Mirabeau. but not this time around. Chatty now trying to do another offensive move there. Didn't work out. Wasn't quite close enough into the Vel chicane. In the meantime, Stanley is starting to pull off some time in front. So I'm wondering if KGB Black Angel is playing the long game here and protecting the high scoring positions for the team, for Alpine. It will definitely help them out in the Constructors' Championship at this stage of the season. Chatty Duck started this race in P2, did a really good job through qualifying, but now has to battle it back up there. He's right on the back wheel of KGB. KGB doing a pretty good job of defending there. Might have looked like a little bit of a squeeze, but I'd say that was nice and clean. There's not much space in Monaco to make anything happen now. Both of these guys are on very old medium tires. They're going to be pitting for new sets very, very soon. KGB still staying alive for that podium P3. Oh, Passassin gets a 3-second penalty for too many warnings. It's not really going to affect his race at this point. He could possibly even get up to the level of Bats Plus penalties and still win the race here tonight. Chatty Duck having another look. Another chance, another try, another lap. He's going to be close into Marabou. Is he going to go for it down the inside? Nope. Not just yet. Maybe a move into the hairpin. Nothing happening through there either. Oh, and we have Passassin into the pits now. Passassin switching over to the soft tires. 12 laps to go. Bats Plus disqualified from the race. Too many penalties. Bats Plus becomes another non-finisher here tonight. And we're down to only 8 runners. And now we also have Bambuki into the pits, changing his front wing and changing his tires. Gonna come out in P7. So now Passassin out there on a brand new set of soft tires. He might be able to bring them to the end of the race. Let's see if he can get another fastest lap to add to his tally of points here tonight. Not sure what happened there to Chatty Duck, but Chatty Duck now behind 007. Dropped a position, or one position down. He was attacking KGB for P3, but now he's going to have to battle back through the grid once again. None of these drivers making their pit stops just yet. Let's see if any of them will decide that it's time to come in on this lap. 007 now up into P4 and starting to close up a little bit of time on KGB Black Angel. Ten laps to go in tonight's race here in round 5, season 12 of TCR. Chatty Duck has retired from the race. What happened to Chatty Duck? Chatty Duck has crashed out. And Bambuki has retired in the pits as well. We're down to only 6 runners now. I am not sure what happened to Chatty Duck, but he's definitely crashed out. Let's go on board with Passassin, as he's going to be getting through there into the swimming pool chicane, and we'll be able to get a look at Chatty Duck, who's stuck in the middle of the road, and Passassin had to avoid him there. Oh my goodness, and still no safety cars as his car disappears. Assassin was on the fastest lap, but I'm not sure if he's going to get it now after he had to avoid that car of Chatty Duck. He does not. He's half a second slower than his fastest lap, so he's going to have to try again. Wow. More non-finishers in tonight's race than we have finishers at this point in time. That is very, very crazy. I honestly did not expect to see that right now. And with 9 laps to go, Possesson's in the lead, 38 seconds ahead. At this point, he could pit once again if he wanted to, and still come out ahead of Stanley in second. Stanley goes into the pits to change over from his medium tires. So he's the first one out of those medium runners that are still on the racetrack. 007 has a little bit younger mediums, so he could possibly take those until the end. TCR Breezy overtakes Stanley as well, and I don't think Breezy needs to pit once again, so Stanley now is going to have to catch up to Breezy, and KGB Black Angel is going to have a chance to possibly catch up to his teammate here. They're both on the soft tires until the end of this race now. 007 now 45 seconds behind Possesson. Possesson is really finding some time. 110.3 right now for the fastest lap on lap 31. Yeah, I'm seeing your comments coming in here. Davide saying that this is crazy. Absolutely. I mean, this is the harshest race of the season so far. I haven't seen this many DNFs. We haven't seen this hard of a Monaco Grand Prix in TCR, I think, in many, many years. I've never had this many non-finishers. I think I did see a silver race recently where we only had about 5 or 6 finishers at Monaco. I think it was season 10, possibly season 9, but still, this is quite a situation. I'm a little bit lost for words here. Tico saying, "Ouch, rough race." Absolutely, this is very, very rough right now. Dreamsy is saying that we're almost at the point where if you finish, you get a podium. Pretty insane. Yeah, it's it is an unprecedented situation. And another comment coming from JT saying Possesson just had a code brown. Absolutely. I would have needed a change of race suit if I would have come through that situation and seeing a car being parked right into the entry of the swimming pool chicane while you're in the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. That would have been devastating. Tasmanian Devil saying that Possesson has 3 pit stops in hand. Not quite, but he's got a couple for sure. Can definitely easily pit twice right now and still be in front. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he does decide to pit and put on another brand new set of soft tires and go for an even faster fastest lap. Alright, if you guys are just joining now by any chance, or if you sort of missed out on most of the race, this is round 5 of season 12 of TCR in the Platinum class. We are watching pretty much the closing stages of the race now, lap 33 of 39. We had Possesson take pole position and pretty much run away with the race from there on, and running away with it now as well after making a second pit stop for a brand new set of soft tires. We had many different drama incidents and situations happen here tonight. We have 8 DNFs in total, which is something that I've never really seen before. But Bats Plus got disqualified, and then Peyton, Landon, FYKV, Mabby, F-Trunk, Cameron, Bambuki, Chatty Duck, all DNF'd out of the race. We're down to 6 runners, and yeah, only a few more laps to go. This is going to be very interesting to see how this ends, but I think we pretty much know how this ends. I think the only question now is, can all of these drivers bring it to the checkered flag? Yeah, guys, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave some more comments in the live chat while we still got a few more laps here to close out this Monaco Grand Prix. Assassin is going to be increasing his lead in the championship. Looks like 007 is going to help himself out to quite a few points and going to jump up into P2 in the standings. Breezy is going to get some points as well to his name, which will jump him up, I think, to around P3 in the championship. It's going to be very close to Sequid there for P3 overall at this moment in time. We have Stanley, who will definitely be happy with the points he's about to get. He's currently sitting in P13 in the overall standings with only 17 points to his name. So he's definitely going to be happy to get the P3 and the podium finish here tonight. KGB Black Angel currently in 4th, Breezy in 5th, Death Tricky in 6th. And that is all we have running on the grid and on the racetrack right now. This is sort of reminiscent of, what was it, Indianapolis? When there was only something like 6 or 7 or 8 cars starting the race. Well, we've got only 6 drivers finishing the race at this point in time. But if you guys are still watching, massive thank you to all of you who've been sticking around and watching this race and all of the other races at TCR. I really appreciate your support through tonight, as I unfortunately lost my co-commentator to connection issues, and you guys have had to listen to me babbling on here for the last hour and a half. We're almost through to the end of this race, so again, I really appreciate all of you guys sticking it through and all of your support. Keep it coming. This is why we do this. Love you guys. Tasmanian Devil saying, make Assassin put on wets and give us some more entertainment. Yeah, sure, why not? Assassin, you have a wet tire penalty. Pull into the pits immediately. Assassin is now 1 minute and 1 second ahead of 007 in P2. That is quite a sizable lead, especially at a track like Monaco. Now he's going to be lapping, I think, KGB Black Angel, so he's going to be lapped everyone up to P3. Very dominating job, that is for sure from Assassin here tonight. Pole position, holding on to fastest lap. He is 1 minute and 2 seconds ahead of the rest of the competition. He's going to be taking his 3rd win of the season, 3rd win in a row of the season to add to that. And we've got the return of the sparking barrier here at Monaco. Not sure if any of you guys noticed it as we were coming around, I think it was Massenet. I will point it out the next time we come through there, but if you pay attention to the barrier on the left-hand side through Massenet, there are sparks coming out of the barrier, right near the track. The fire starter is back. And we're going to pay attention here as Assassin is going to complete another lap. Going to start lap 38 of 39. Only a couple more laps to go. This has been a very long race with the long, full qualifying session. But pay attention to the left-hand side of the track as we're coming through Massenet now. And looks, oh, there's the sparks. Never mind, it's in Casino. It's on the right-hand side, and it's on the Casino barrier. And Tasmanian Devil says this has to be the largest winning margin in TCR for sure. I think so. I am not great with statistics, and my memory is not huge on TCR statistics, but it must be. He's 1 minute and 6 seconds ahead right now, and he's just pulling out about 2 seconds a lap. That is incredible. Being 2 seconds faster than the rest of the grid. I mean, Tasmanian Devil himself last season, season 11, was quite dominant in a lot of his performances in a lot of the races. I think he beat the overall record in TCR history for the most wins in a single season. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be the biggest winning margin, as now Passassin starting up his last lap of tonight's Grand Prix. Coming up for the last time through Beau Rivage into Massenet. And see the sparks coming out of Casino. Not there anymore. Damn it. They were there for the last couple of laps. Assassin making his way for the last time around the hairpin, around Portier, through the tunnel. I'm sure he must be absolutely elated right now with his performance here tonight. Everything went exactly according to plan for him. He's lapped most of the field. You can see P3 ahead of him. That's how many people he has lapped in tonight's race. He's got the fastest lap. He had pole position through all of the qualifying sessions. And he's rounding up Raskas and the corner of Anthony Nogue for the last time. Assassin down to the line to take his third win of season 12 in TCR, and it's a third win in a row for him as well. We're going to switch over to 007, but we're going to have to wait for quite a while for him to make it over the line here. They're just making it through the end of Sector 1. And there comes 007 now, rounding up Raskas, and the last corner, and it's going to be P2 for 007, P3 for Stanley, P4 for KGB Black Angel, and Breezy in P5. But it's this man right here, Passassin, taking the win, taking pole position, taking the fastest lap of the race. Everything you could have imagined here tonight has gone exactly according to plan for Passassin. 26 points to his name. The champagne and the trophies are all yours. Alright, so looking at the finishing positions here, we've got Passassin in first place, 007 in second, Stanley in third, KGB Black Angel in fourth, Breezy in fifth, and that's with Tricky in sixth at the back of the grid there, but still getting a bunch of points to his name. And then Chatty Duck, Bamboo, Bats Plus, Cameron, F-Trunk, Mebby, and FYKV, and Landon did not make it until the end of this race. P-Doc Payton also did not make it, and Bats Plus actually got disqualified due to having too many penalties. So now I'm gonna invite our top three finishers here into our podium interviews, and we will get to hear from them. So it was 007 and Stanley. Alright, let's invite both of those guys. Alright guys, give me a couple of seconds here as I get all of the guys into the session here, or into the voice chat, so we can hear from them. But wow, what a race that was. I mean, it was looking like it was going to be all calm and collected, like it was going to be smooth sailing for most of the grid, but then all of a sudden it turned completely upside down. We had some big crashes, we had a lot of people DNFing, we had a disqualification from Bats Plus for too many penalties to his name. We had only 6 finishers at the end. I mean, it was a crazy Monaco race. Even for Monaco, it was quite crazy. So, yeah, I mean, I can't wait to hear from our drivers here tonight because I'm sure they're going to have a lot to tell us about how that one went. I did see that Passassin, our winner, has already joined in. Still waiting for 007, who's just joined in now. And we also have Stanley in P3 that I'm hoping we'll be able to hear from. But yeah, guys, everybody who's been watching, again, a massive thank you to you guys. Sorry that you've only had to listen to myself and no co-commentator today. Leave your likes, your comments, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Check out all the links in the description for our website and our affiliate sponsor, Fanatec. And just let us know what you thought about this race here today, because that was a lot that was going on track. All right, so waiting for Stanley to join, but I don't see him just yet. Let's jump over to 007 in the Alfa Romeo. 007, can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, man, well, congratulations on a P2 drive here tonight. I mean, it was a crazy race, and there was a lot going on all over the place. I think for you tonight, it was really just staying out of trouble as much as possible and bringing it down to the line. Perspective, what helped you out today? Was there any challenges that you had to overcome, or how did it go?
I think overall the race was really good for me. I had a really good consistent drive and just really focused and concentrated in the middle of the medium stint to the end of the race to try to keep the guys behind and just try to keep the car out of the walls. I know a lot of drivers actually got wing damage, and I think that's why there was only 6 or 7 finishers or something. But my first pit stop about a lap before, I got very, very slight, the light green wing damage. And so Pitt had a longer pit stop, came out right in front of Bamboo, who I think actually hit the wall trying to go around turn 1 around me. So unfortunate for him. He actually had really good pace tonight. So stayed in front of Bamboo, and from then just put the head down and went on to finish. No penalties. That very, very minor wing damage on my first pit stop. But other than that, it was a really clean race, and I was really happy with it. So.
All right, that's good to hear. And Austria for next week. It's an interesting track. There's a lot of overtaking opportunities there, a lot of DRS zones. With this P2 today, you've jumped yourself up into P2 in the overall standings as well. How are you feeling about Austria and the rest of the season?
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm provisional P2 in the championship. It's been a while since I think I've been in that kind of position, so that's really, really cool. But Austria, more than half the track is DRS, so there's going to be DRS trains. I don't think there's going to be a lot of overtaking, just a lot of trains and a lot of following, and then obviously the undercut to try to pass your rivals. And then the rest of the season, I have no idea what tracks we're racing. I've just been so busy. I did very little practice for this race as every week recently, and so I'll just take each race 1 week at a time and just try to do the best I can.
Yeah, 3rd podium of the season as well, so congratulations again on the P2 here tonight, and good luck for the rest.
Thanks.
All right, let's take a look. Did Stanley join yet? Stanley, are you with us?
He is not.
All right, so I guess in that case, congratulations to Stanley on his P3 finish. Definitely going to help him out in the standings overall in the season as well. I'm sure he's going to be happy with that. Fortunately, can't hear from him. So we will go over to our winner for the 3rd week in a row in Season 12, getting a complete Grand Slam here tonight, fastest lap. The pole position after a full qualifying session. You actually managed to get the P1 in all 3 quality sessions as well. So complete clean sweep from start to finish. And by far, I think it was probably the biggest gap we've ever seen at the finish for any winner. So tell us about it from your perspective, man. Like, what was it here today? What was the secret? What was the key to this amazing success? We've also seen, a driver succeed exactly the same sort of way in the other two classes this week. Is it something about this track? Is it about a particular driving style? What was it here tonight?
Well, just not really being afraid of the walls. Oh, here's Stanley. But, yeah, I mean, I was just putting the car where it needed to be, and yeah, driving style could have helped, but I was driving consistently, and yeah, it was a fun race. Enjoyed the pace. Only thing I would have done better is not break my wing on that one incident. The tires were dead by then. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, overall, do you like driving at Monaco? Is it a track that you like? Did all of the things just come together at once to really be all coming together for the plan?
Yeah. As you said, a complete grand slam. It's going to help in the championship a lot, of course. If my calculations are correct, gap was 21 coming in. Professional finishing P2. I got P1 fastest lap, so that would be a 29-point gap, and I mean, I'm happy with that, especially after the rough first two rounds.
Yeah, definitely great bounce back in the last three races. How are you feeling about Austria and the rest of the season? I mean, you've been putting on some really great performances, but there's a lot of drivers in this league that, can surprise us. So how are you feeling so far about the rest of the season and the rest of the competition?
There's plenty of rounds to go, and anything can happen, of course, at being racing. So going into Austria and going forward, I'll answer the first part first. Austria, I like the track. Just gonna have to watch track limits, of course. Turn 1 can be a little bit sketchy. I had a race today that went well, so I'll be hoping to carry that to next week with the knowledge of the track and everything I have with this setup and everything. Going forward, yeah, Great Britain, Hungary, Singapore, Bahrain, of course the TCR Grand Prix at Brazil, once again, Baku, Netherlands, Mexico, USA. Quite like those tracks, and I'm sure it's going to be a fun race, and every single one of them, it's going to be a fun rest of the season. It's going to be interesting to watch what happens.
Absolutely, and it was a great great race to watch here tonight. You did absolutely everything perfectly, so congratulations on that third win in a row. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, I'll be turning 15 in 3 days, so this was my last win as a 14-year-old.
There you go. Happy birthday as well coming up, so all the best wishes there, and we'll see if you get better with age or maybe worse. We'll see.
Experience doesn't hurt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, yeah, congratulations again. Good luck for the rest of the season, and in 3 more days, happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, let's move over then to P3. We didn't get to hear from him earlier on, but I did see that Stanley has joined us in the voice chat. Stanley, congratulations on P3, your first podium finish of Season 12 in Platinum class so far, but it was a very, very tough race, as we've seen. Only 6 finishers made it to the line. How was it from your perspective?
Yeah, first of all, I'm sorry I joined the party late. I didn't pay attention to the notifications, but...
No worries.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I qualified 7th and mostly just stayed there and then waited for others to hit or break their wing. And yeah, me and KGB were talking about, because he was losing quite a lot of fuel and I was saving a lot of fuel, so we were talking about like swapping positions for him to save fuel, and then we eventually did, even though he made a mistake and let me by anyways. But yeah, I pitted and then catched a breezy, even though I don't know why he pitted, but pitted.
I think he got wing damage.
Oh, and he and then I essentially got clean air to catch a professional, but it was basically practically impossible to pass him, considering I didn't have like a big pace. I did have a pace advantage with the softs, but not enough to pass him. So yeah.
Yeah, but overall, a pretty good finish for yourself as well as your teammate, getting some good points for Alpine as a team altogether. But it was a definitely very, very tough race. I saw that your teammate made a mistake, which allowed you to get in front of him. Were you guys talking to each other? Were you sort of figuring out how to play it out?
Um, yeah, kind of. We were talking about like what each other would pit and like mostly talked about like fuel because he was struggling for fuel. So yeah, we were talking to each other like about like swapping positions, etc.
All right, perfect. And yeah, Austria coming up next week. A few other, pretty tough races coming up in Hungary and possibly a couple of others. Brazil, the TCR Grand Prix, as Passassin mentioned. How are you feeling for the rest of the season, getting your first podium here tonight?
Yeah, I'm feeling better about the next few races because considering I know them a bit better, and yeah, feeling a bit more confident than the start of the season. I'm thinking so. Hopefully, I carry this form throughout the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Well, good luck once again, and congratulations on a good finish here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, folks. So you've heard it all from our top three finishers here tonight. But of course, if you missed out on that, a reminder. I mean, Passassin won this one quite dominantly, pulled out more than a minute on the rest of the competition after making a couple of pit stops and pulling out a fastest lap as well. But we had a crazy, crazy race. If you guys missed out on it, go back and you will not be disappointed, especially around lap 5 and thereon. We had a lot of situations, some crashes, some battling, some overtakes, some people having to pit and change their front wings. Only 6 people made it to the finish line here tonight, so everybody going out with some good points to their name. But Passassin pulling out more points on his championship lead, and also I think Mercedes are going to benefit from a pretty good championship lead for the Constructors' Championship, although Chatty Duck and 007 are going to be not too far behind, and the rest of the field also is still going to be very close. We still got 10 more races to go in Season 12, so join us next week on Tuesday for the Silver class to open up round 5 of this season at Austria, and then we're going to have the Golden class on Wednesday, and Thursday we're going to have this class again, the Platinum class, making another return there, and we will see what they can do. It's going to be a very, very interesting race in Austria. But from TCR, from Blind Machine, from Perry, who did join me in the booth for the start, but unfortunately couldn't stay and couldn't keep up his internet going. So from all of us here, thank you guys for watching, and join us next week in Austria. We'll see you then.